Okay, here we are with a few tips on where the setter would stand during serve receive for both when the other team is serving, and also where the setter would go when her own team is serving. I have the setter starting in right back or position 1 in rotation. So right now, if the other team were serving the ball, she would come up behind this player. These players would fill in to help pass, and she would run in from the right side to set after the ball is contacted by the other team's server. Or she could push this player all the way up to the net, and it would be the same thing, these players back to help pass, and she could just simply run in here from here. You can also, in that case, then pull this player over. There are a lot of ways to do that depending on what you or your coach want your hitters to hit in that particular rotation. But what we're talking about today is the location of the setter in the backcourt for both serve receive and when her own team is serving. So let's go on back to where we were here in position 1, and we're going to rotate to position 6. So let's slide everybody around and rotate. Now she's middle back or position 6. Okay, so if her team is serving, okay, you'll notice that this player is no longer on the court because she's back to serve. So now the setter can go ahead before the serve is even contacted and start her defense right here on the sideline where she would need to start. It's not overlapping this player because this player is not on the court. So the setter can move over here and start her defense right away. Okay, and then after the serve was contacted, this is an outside hitter, she'd quickly run here, and the middle would switch to here, and we've got our defense going, these guys would switch too, and so on. Okay, so back to where we were. The setter was middle back or position 6 in rotation, and now let's say we're on serve receive. The other team is serving. So this setter would come up behind the other right side player ready to run in. We're leaving a hole so the players will come back to help out with passing. This is still a front row player back to help pass. And after the ball is contacted by the other team, the setter will run in to set. Okay, again, she can push this player up here. She can push this player out to here as long as they're not overlapping. This guy. There are many places that your coach may ask you to begin, but the standard would be just starting right here, coming in from middle back behind your other setter or other right side player and running in to set. Okay, so that's with the setter in the middle back in rotation. Okay, so now let's rotate one more time. Okay, so now you notice that the setter is in left back in rotation or position 5. And what happens now is if our team is serving, let's say that this middle is serving, the setter can move all the way up to here as long as she's not overlapping this player and get ready to switch. Sometimes I'm an outside hitter, I like to allow my setter a shorter run because she does so much running already, so I'll scoot to here and take the longer run for myself, but you'll work that out with your team. So as soon as this player contacts the ball, she'll quickly run to right back in defense, left side runs here, middle back will run straight into the middle back for defense. Okay, so back now to serve receive. Okay, the setter is in left back or position 5. She's going to come up behind this player here. And you'll notice the hole that gets left, so we slide over to fill that up. Want to have passers covering the court. This player's front row, but back to help out with deeper passing. And the setter is now going to, after the ball is contacted by the other team, run in and get ready to set. Okay, Oftentimes this is the one where you would push this middle blocker up to the net, okay, still staying behind her, and have the outside hitter slide over to help pass here. This way we can get the middle running right off the bat. So what would happen is the setter would run in after the serve, and then this player will quickly back off to here, and this outside hitter will come out ready to hit outside. Then you can take advantage of your tall middle coming in for the one or other plays that you might run. So that's the time when you might, ask your middle to push up to the net here. But the standard way to do it would be just to have her back helping pass the short, and you would go ahead and run in here, ready to set. Okay, so I hope that covers the back court for all the players for you, and that it was helpful. And please let me know if I didn't answer your question.